Hey guys, Kongo FN here and welcome back to a new video. In today's video we'll be looking at the best shotgun in the game as well as the worst shotgun in the game, because they've added a new shotgun to Arena and it creates a new meta in a way because now you have different weapons for different people and you have all kinds of stuff, and I kind of want to get all your ideas and thoughts together in one place. And at the end of the video, I'm going to be giving two different loadouts and two different rankings on which are the best shotgun in the game. Because for console, it's actually kind of different from PC because they have different weapons working differently due to how much input delay they have and FPS they get. But before we get into the video, I want to thank all of you guys who watched my last video from beginning to end, as well as link my socials because I think you guys need to know a good way for you guys to communicate to me. And I also want to tell you, if you do enjoy the content in any way or have any kind of weird reaction for some abnormal reason, to just drop a like, subscribe if you want to see more content. But if you don't want to see more content but you enjoyed the video, I don't understand why you do that. But if you do, drop a like and please don't dislike the video. Nah, I'm kidding. If you didn't like the video, go ahead, dislike the video. But if you didn't think that the video was good or you didn't think that the video was bad, you could always just leave feedback in my Discord. For those of you who don't know anything about these shotguns, they were added to the game earlier today as time recording, which is January 15th. They have been added to Arena, so all you Arena boys are probably going to have seen the shotgun, but if you haven't played yet for some reason, maybe you're punished or maybe you just don't have the time to play and you're about to hop on soon, who knows. This shotgun holds 6 bullets and it hits hard body shots. The body shot on the common one is actually higher than the one on the pump, but it has a much lower headshot multiplier, so it's kind of a weird mix between the pump and heavy and tac, and it's a really weird weapon. But I actually kind of enjoy it. That's not the point though. So you have the gold one, which hits over 100 body shot, even higher than the pump. It actually hits 114 body shot. But because of its 1.45 multiplier, you will never get a 200 pump. That's just simply out of the question. But it gives you a nice, solid, hard hitting weapon. Gives you 6 bullets in the magazine. It does 56 damage, I'm talking about the gold one, to structures, so you can actually take walls with it. You can do quite a lot of good things with it. The purpose of this weapon was not to be another pump shotgun or the copy of the pump shotgun or anything like that. I think this was designed in a way to give you a hybrid weapon, because a lot of people are just not feeling the charge, even though the charge is the better weapon for competitive, because 200 pumping, there needs to be some kind of skill gap, and the charge, if you actually play your angles right, you can actually hit the 200 pumps, which makes it a high skill weapon. So its main intention is to reward the high skill players. But this weapon is just for those who are like, the attack doesn't hit hard, the dragon shotgun I have to reload instantly. It's supposed to be that best of all weapon style gun, and that's how you have to kind of remember it. It's not another pump shotgun, or it's not an attempt to make a gun like the pump shotgun. It has nothing to do with that. It's there to fill a gap, to bring players who are unhappy with the shotgun meta together and make them happy. With the tac shotgun, it is clear that this gun is designed for killing more than one player at a time, because it has the 2-tac potential if you, of course, hit all your pellets, but you get that chance to 2-tac. You have that 8-clip magazine, reels pretty nice and fast. You have this rapid fire. It is a lot better when it comes to killing 2 people at once, which you can't really get with like the charge, or especially not the dragon's breath or the new lever action. But then you also get the bad sides to it, which is pretty significant for this weapon, because the bad sides are like absolutely terrible. You have like the low damage, you'll be hitting 22s, 25s, 24s, and that's not what you want to be hitting. And the headshot multiplier is really low. You hit like 100 damage barely with the great tac, and it should be doing way more, but because of the way Epic nerfed it, it's like this, and we can't argue except think about whether or not we want to take a weapon of this style. This next shotgun is the one that everyone hates because it replaced the pump. You all know it as the charged shotgun. This gun, probably my favorite shotgun in the game at the moment. Doesn't mean it's amazing, but it's really... I actually enjoy the concept of it, but that's besides the point. So we're going to look at the pros first. So you can actually hit for over 100 damage in every shot. If you just charge and hit them in the legs or the chest, this thing hits nasty hard compared to any of the other weapons besides the Dragon's Breath. With the blue or better, well, you can 200 pump, but it's like almost impossible. You'll almost never hit it, but hey, if you do hit it, it it's really good. I have nothing else to say. You can actually pull it out really fast, so if someone doesn't edit and you pull it out, you can actually shoot it really early, which is another positive for this weapon. Actually has a faster pull out time than the pump, in case you guys know. And this thing has good range, and when you charge it, it has insane range for a shotgun. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't come with any downsides. The downsides are the reload speed, and the most important, sometimes it doesn't shoot. This is really important because people on high or medium ping actually experience this way more than people on low ping, and this is probably one of the main reasons why a lot of people hate this gun, because it doesn't shoot. For me personally, it does shoot 99% of the time, but then here and there it doesn't shoot. But because of that 1%, I actually trust it more because my pumps actually never shot, which is actually really ironic considering the fact that everyone loved the pump, but I actually had a terrible experience with it. But that's besides the point because we're here to talk about the charge. So that's all I have to say really for the charge. Except I think that you, from the way I'm speaking about it, you have an idea of what you think, what you think I think of this weapon, but you may be wrong. I don't know. It's up to you to make your own guesses at this point. The last shotgun that we have to look at is the Dragon's Breath. This is actually a very unique kind of shotgun because it gives you that fire damage. Although the fire damage can be both positive or negative because you can actually kill people with the fire damage, but you can also like accidentally kill yourself if you're not careful, or you could break down structures you don't need. Fire damage can be really annoying sometimes, but a lot of times it can also play in your favor. So depending on how you look at the fire is the depending on the situation actually depends on how useful or not the fire is. Another pro, well, the fire was a pro, I guess, if you could say, but yeah. Another pro is the damage this thing hits so hard, it's not even funny. You can also hit that 200. Man, this, I don't know how many times I've been edited on and killed instantly with this gun, because this gun is mad powerful when you hit. A lot of people know what I'm talking about, because you probably use the shotgun a lot. But then sometimes you hit a 50 and a 60, maybe even a 70, and then you have to reload, and that actually brings us to the cons because this thing is painfully slow when it comes to reloading. Unless you have another attack, well, attack. I mean another shotgun, which is attack, unless you want to use a lever. Unless you have attack, then you actually have a pretty good backup because attack is really good as a backup weapon for the Dragon's Breath. But if you don't, and you have an SMG or you just have an AR, yeah, you kind of have a little mess. And then you also don't have the range, so you actually can't challenge kids at range. You can't even take peek shots with it because this gun actually gives you no room for peek shots because peek shots gonna cost you like forever to reload the gun. So yeah, you kind of don't want to spend 5 minutes reloading the gun because that's not in your interest if you want to spend 5 minutes reloading the gun unless hey you like take peek shots and just camp in a metal box inside a cone. I guess if that's your playstyle, go ahead. But yeah, you just don't want to take peek shots at this gun. This is more for those people who like to jump in boxes and all that kind of stuff. The annoying kind of stuff. The worst playstyle in the game. So what shotgun should you use? What's the best shotgun? So this is where the complicated kind of answer comes. On console, you definitely don't want to use the charge because for most console players, the charge just doesn't shoot. So that's out of the question. And editing is kind of rough on console, especially in stacked endgame. So Dragon's Breath is also kind of messy for you guys. So you basically stuck with the tack or the lever if you're on console. But if you're on PC, you have access to all. Well, when I say PC, I don't mean those people who are on Intel HD graphics. I actually mean people who have a proper graphics card, proper CPU, will get around 144 FPS. So that's the kind of people I mean when I say PC. So if you're on PC, this becomes quite tough because it all depends on playstyle. But if I actually had to rank it, I would put the attack as last, lever action as third, Dragon's Rest second, and charge first, because the charge is probably the most versatile. Unless you have like only one specific playstyle, then each gun has its own category. Because if you're like to jump in boxes, but you play a lot of duos, so you need to get double kills, the Dragon's Breath is not your way to go. If you want to isolate one, jump in this box, the Dragon's Breath is the way to go. If you don't know what your playstyle is, then you kind of have to just use all guns and figure out which one's best for you. And if you're sometimes box sighting, sometimes spraying, sometimes taking peek shots, you play like all over, you have this more conservative playstyle, then the charge is the best, leaving the lever action nowhere, which is the whole point. The lever action actually serves almost zero purpose in this game because every other gun does the thing that it's supposed to do better, but it just picks up the weaknesses of all the guns. So I think like if I'm in a situation, I would much rather have a charge than lever action, because my playstyle is peak shots and stuff like that, and the lever action is actually does the pretty good peak shots, does better than attack and Dragon's Breath, but the charge is just the better shotgun. While if you're like trying to box jump and you want to get multi kills, lever action is not there for you. It just has the best of all, but there's always better. So unless you definitely know what your playstyle is, then you don't need to use the lever action. But if you kind of floating around, or you switch playstyles depending on who you fight, then the lever action I can see can be good for you. So that's why lever action is third place, because the attack can only basically serve one purpose and it does like zero damage. But it's not going to make a huge change to the meta. It's not going to be like FNCS winners start using lever action. Nah, none of that. You'll just see FNCS winners are mostly going to keep using the Dragon's Breath, or they're going to use a charge, or even the tack, because in scrim lobbies, the tack actually shoots. And I think that the lever action, because the way it is, won't shoot. It'll be like the charge and have issues when it comes to shooting. So I actually just want to thank you guys for watching till the end of the video. It means a lot to me if you guys could stick to this far into the video, because my watch time was up. But not only that, because then it actually shows that you guys actually care about the video, and then that for me that means a lot, because I'm trying to produce content for you guys, so to help you guys become a better player, or just to put something nice for you guys to watch. I want to build a community, do something special off this YouTube platform, so it actually means a lot if you get this far into the video. So I hope you have the so I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, or if it's at night, I hope you sleep well. I know I just messed up the ending, but we can just always cut that out. And I hope I can cut that out. Okay, whatever. I think I'm just wasting your time right here. So enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you all in another video.